Going on, guys? It is Lord of Lego here, and let me just position that real quick. And I just got done watching The Prisoner of Azkaban. Sorry about that. I just got back from Art of the Brick. That video should be posted either tonight or later on tomorrow. But anyways, I started watching before I went to Art of the Brick, then I finished afterwards, and after a rewatch of the movie, I thought it was way better than I remembered it. As you can see, this is my first video using this Harry Potter box background because this is my favorite set of the year so far. My stand just came off, the piece is broken on that. I need to get it fixed for a piece that is not cracked. But anyways, let's move on to the figures. So I have, for this movie, I have the Sirius Black, Harry, and Lupin. And so those were like three of the biggest parts of the whole movie. This was the first movie with the new Dumbledore, so I really don't like that new Dumbledore as much as I like the old, but anyways, let's move on to the figures. So, starting off with Harry Potter. So this figure is very easy to make if you have all you need is a Harry Potter and some, like, light blue legs. That's literally all you need, and, and this, short hair piece, I don't know what that came in, I don't really know a specific set, but, if you have that Harry Potter, it's a very common version of Harry Potter with that jacket. The jacket looks very similar, like the sweatshirt and the jeans and like the opening looks very similar to how he looks in the movie. And so the hair, that's what I was torn about. I didn't know what to use because if I use the hairpiece from the sets, that doesn't really look that great. It doesn't look like he did in the movie. He's much older in this and he didn't look anything like that. I was also debating whether I should use the hairpiece that Lego used for whenever he was in his Prisoner of Azkaban. I think for the minifigure series, that's the hair he used. And yeah, I really don't think that looks like it either. I also had the idea of using this for whenever the scenes where he was flying on like Buck Bean where there's wind and everything. And that, I think, is better than the other two, but still not as good as my first hair option. And he is much more serious in this, a much more angry face as instead of the other, so I really don't think that the smile would work as well. I also carried on the wand from the... sorry about my dogs barking, but I also carried on the wand from the Harry from the castle and everything at the Great Hall. And I don't have the teen legs, so I think this is actually, he's taller than the short leg. The short legs just looked awkward, so that's why I had to use this. And there's also an alternative version of Harry you can make wherever he was in, what's it called? Hogsmeade and walking around at night. And that's where he has this little map of the Hogsmeade and Hogwarts and everything. But I don't think Lego's ever made a print of the map. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But you can just give him the map. It's just a basic tile piece. And then the old invisibility cloak works okay. So you can just make it look like he's reading the map and in Hogsmeade and everything. And so, yeah, that's it for the Harry Potter figure. And let's move on to my next change to Sirius Black. So I don't know if there was a 2010 version of Sirius Black, because if there was, I don't have it, so I really couldn't update that. But I made my Sirius Black so for the hair, I used the Thorn Oakenshield hair, and that works pretty good. He has a bit more of a curly hair in the movie, but I think it's fine. The head, was very hard choosing, but I think the best head that would fit Sirius Black is the Bard the Bowman head, and once again, that looks decent. It's not anything like, it doesn't look completely accurate to the movie, but it's okay. And so, he does wear sort of like rags in the movie, but he also has his, jacket, or like a, he wears some rags, and then he also has his prison suit on. As you can see, he does have his prison suit under there. But I use this very old Lego Batman, robe. It's very, like, worn down and old and everything, and it looks pretty good. But if you don't have this, you can also use the gray Batman robe, or the gray Batman cape from the Batman vs Superman like $12 face-off set. I don't know, but for the wand I gave him just a plain black wand, and yeah, just like one of the wands from one of the other characters. I'm using McGonagall's wand. It was black, so there's some other characters like Snape in a cheaper set that you can get that wand. And then just regular gray legs, because you can't really see the legs, so they're being covered up by the cape. But moving on to our last figure, which is Lupin. And I made very few changes to Lupin, okay? I made 3 changes, okay? So for the hair, I really don't like the old hair Lego used. It just looked sort of weird to me. I don't know, I really don't like the way that looked for a Lupin. I think that the hair that I used is way more accurate than the one that Lego used. Then for the torso, and the head is the same Lupin head from Lego. The torso is the Lupin torso that Lego made in 2010. And the wand is a brown wand, and you can get that in a cheap $15 set, which comes with Aragog and everyone like that. You might need to bricklink these other parts, because for Sirius Black and Harry and stuff, they're the 2010 version, so you might need to bricklink some of these parts. And for Sirius Black, you'll need to bricklink a Bard the Bowman and the head and, you know, all these pieces. And the hair is actually really common, so that you don't need to bricklink or anything. But the legs are the Killmonger legs from the Royal Taiwan fighter, and those have these nice pocket designs opposed to the original legs with nothing on them. So I think that the printing works very well for the version of Lupin. So now if I put all the characters back, Harry, Sirius, and freaking Lupin. Okay, and if I get this camera to focus. So here are all the characters, and yeah, once again, I actually really liked the way that the movie was. I don't really remember liking it too much, but after rewatch, I thought it was very good. And so, yeah, I highly recommend you see the movie and get some of the sets. And also, one little last thing that you can do is, whenever Sirius Black turns into a werewolf in the movie, he does that by choice, but he has a similar sort of wolf-like look to a warg from the Hobbit sets, and they have this in black, so if you could get one of those, it'll look very similar to how Sirius Black looked as a wolf. But there's not much I can do for Lupin as a wolfin, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these characters. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out. Bye.